Now, the accelerated development in the world, okay, it just came within the last 3-4 centuries, okay? And that's when we started the scientific revolution, okay? That gave us more information about things we used to subscribe to the gods, okay? And then from that, from physical science to psychology to other things, okay? Now we started thinking basically about everything in a scientific way, okay? Yes. Now for us, we still have a large population who don't have basic literacy, okay, in Africa. And without being literate, you can't read, okay? And we know that if you want to improve your mindset, you need to be able to consume information from other people, okay? Now, with those that can read, how many of us actually read? Okay. See, for me, this is a big deal for me. Okay. I am a big advocate of reading. And what I found out about many of us is that we don't like to read. We don't like to read, but we want to talk about everything in the world. Okay, but how do you get the information to talk about it? I see a lot of people talking about things they don't have a clue about. Okay, so to change the mindset, it's not just for me. It's not just about you, me talking. No, we need people to read, because once you consume so many ideas from different people, then you start thinking, analyze all those ideas, and then you can come up with your own idea based on what the work that other people have done in that space. You might catch on with some novel idea that nobody has, and that may be the breakthrough in that space. Okay, but until you consume the foundational ideas from people before you, you cannot come up with a better idea. And the only way you can consume those ideas of people before you is to read. And that's one thing that we fail to do. We don't like to read. So, Abel, how can we encourage more of our young people, okay, to read?
Okay, I'm so excited that you brought this up, right? So, reading for us in Africa, I've heard a saying that if you want to, I don't know how they put it,
to hide something from Africans, yes, put it in a book.
Put it in a book, yes. I've heard that being said, time and again. Although that narrative is changing right now,
well,
it's changing. I like to. I don't want to sound optimistic or anything, but I stand to, boldly declare that young people are being transformed in Africa. I can tell.
Okay.
I work closely with young people, and I can tell you the volume of interest we have in programs and activities is mind-blowing, very outstanding.
Oh,
It shows
I don't doubt that. Okay, I don't see.
Yes.
Let me just say this. See, people who get involved in the modern technology drive, okay, they think they know something just because they are involved in that space of technology. No, they don't know anything. They only know that particular technology. See, the foundation of any technology is a theory in science. Okay, so if you want to understand the fundamentals that your technology runs on, then you need to understand the theory, at least to an extent. Okay, if you understand the theory, you might be able to come up with a better technology. Now, to do this, you need to read. So people who do technology, get involved with it, it's hands-on, okay? But many of them do not even understand the foundational theory on which that technology runs. That's what I'm saying.
All right, I agree with you. All right. So my comment was not negating what you said.
Okay.
It was just, it was buttressing it. But we are just having a drive, right? So reading is very pivotal. Like I can't express it enough how much powerful reading is. And this is the beauty I've discovered from reading. Yeah. Not necessarily just the knowledge you are interfacing with from the content that you are consuming, but how it kind of broadens the capacity of your mind to evaluate different neural pathways for ideas and concepts. That's something I've understood about reading. And I even noticed that it happens faster when I engage topics that I'm not conversant with. All right. So that was one of the things that drove me so far in psychology, and helped my process of human capacity development way more. So I kind of understand humans more by understanding how the brain works. So but initially psychology sounded quite abstract to an extent for me, having an engineering background, because I have an engineering background. So but consuming content on psychology began to broaden the spectrum of my reasoning. So it creates several neural pathways. And before you know it, it's as though your mind is picking a node, your brain is picking a node from this particular thought and connecting it with that particular thought.
That's
and
it.
The possibilities of new outcomes
increases,
endless, like very, very endless. So it's a really powerful tool to read, to broaden the mind, continual learning, unlearning and relearning, opening up the mind to knowledge. Very, very, very important. And I was privileged, or I am privileged, to be working with my friend Obongjo on this reading campaign. He's launched a program to help young people leverage reading. So from his research, he found out that there were some reasons why most young people don't read.
Okay.
Right? Why most people don't even read. Number one is they don't see a need to read. Why should I read? What am I reading for? Okay. Those that have read, what has it gotten to them? Secondly, I read and I don't understand. So why bother myself to keep reading? And third, I don't have a motivation to, with respect to picking a particular thing to read. All right. So it seems like it's just, a drive in futility. And when I reviewed these findings, I kind of placed it side by side some of the psychological researches that have been done over the years are theories of need. Alderfer's theory of need and Maslow's theory of need.
Yeah.
And I was evaluating, and if you notice, one of the ravaging challenges of Africa is hunger. And so a person best to see a means to just eat, I need to eat.
Yeah.
And it's as though our leaders understand, some of the bad leaders in Africa understand the power of hunger, and you just tend to use it as an advantage.
Keep you hungry, and then you can look at any other thing. That's true.
Exactly. So I noticed that that's one of the challenges, because people they feel like reading is secondary, going through all of this hustle and, let me just look for the money. How do I get the money? I don't need to speak English to get money. I just need to do this or do that and get the money. All right. So now what's the solution? The solution is awareness. Change the mindset. I always quote.
Change its mindset. That's also involves reading. So it's a
now
it's a cycle.
Now the continent has people who have read and have seen the light. Right. And we are leveraging them to empower those who are yet to see it. It's a relay. Right. So Albert Einstein said, no problem can be solved with the same mindset that created it. Right. So now we've seen the problem. We that are enlightened have gotten the solution. Now, what we do is we speak, we empower, we encourage, we educate those who are yet to come into that light.
Very good.
We try to get them on time. So you don't need to know how to read and write to hear me speak. But while I speak to you, I will give you the reasons for you to be able to read. I will encourage you to read. I will be able to answer the questions and difficulties you have with your reading. I'll be able to motivate you to get a passion, a line of, drive towards reading. I'll give you reasons why your education, your literacy is a channel towards not just your development, but the development of other people. How it's a sure way for you to be liberated from even the hunger that seems to plague you.
Exactly.
Then I give you the examples of others who have told that part. I was once there, I have come out. John was once there, he's out. Peter was there, Anne was there, and we are all out. And you can do this. This is available to you. And truly speaking, a good number of African countries has adopted the free education system, and we are recording a higher number of young people enrolling into schools, mostly secondary, primary and secondary. That's basic education, which to an extent is majorly what most people need. You understand?
That's true.
It's basically what most people need, right? So going further is completely a choice. It's a choice, but it's basic education. So now the other challenge is that you see people who are in school, but they're just going through the system. They're not taking anything from the system, right? So now when we go out to them, when we reach out to them, when we connect with them, we tell them, okay, this is the opportunities that are bound in your environment. This is how much you can leverage from knowledge that is being shared to you now. Maximize it. Don't just let it go that way. Maximize it. Get the best you can get from the system and continue. Be able to sift through, pick the right ones, leave the wrong ones, and navigate. That's why we are always reaching out. We're always reaching out. So it's a lot of work.
It's a lot of work.
Billions can't do it alone. I'm so happy for all other platforms and organizations across Africa. Furnaces Readers Club. My friend Daniel has a Readers Club. At their community is over 5,000 young people now. And they go to remote grassroots areas, primary schools, secondary schools, motivating young people to read. I was privileged to speak. I've been privileged to speak on their platform, time and again, to share with, and the enthusiasm with these young people is just so encouraging.
See, I'm happy I went this way, because it has allowed you to tell me all the many things you guys do. Thank you. See, like you said,
thank you.
Education for me, I'm a big advocate that primary, secondary school education is fundamental. Okay, now going beyond is not everybody's cup of tea. Okay, but the primary education is the most important, and if everybody has that, they can read. Okay, once you have the ability to read, you can read anything. Okay, at your own leisure. Okay, now
I agree.
Now, those people that makes me cry, okay, because of their lack of reading ability, lack of reading what's the word? Habit are those people who are actually have first degrees, master's degrees, okay, and yet they don't read, and that makes me cry.